Hey everyone, if you're on the hunt for a gaming laptop that won't break the bank but still delivers serious performance, you've probably wondered whether the Acer Nitro V with its RTX 5060 Ryzen 5 and 180Hz display is actually worth your money. I've been putting this thing through its paces for the past couple weeks, and I think it's a solid pick, especially if you're not trying to max out every ultra setting in the latest titles. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the screen is a real standout. At 17.3 inches with a 180Hz refresh rate, colors look punchy and motion is super smooth. I played Cyberpunk 2077 on this thing, and even at medium settings, the gameplay felt responsive. That high refresh rate makes a bigger difference than you'd think, especially in fast-paced shooters like Valorant or Apex Legends. The 1080p resolution keeps things sharp without demanding too much from the RTX 5060, so you're not stuck staring at blurry textures. Speaking of the graphics card, the RTX 5060 is no slouch. It handled Elden Ring at high settings with DLSS turned on, and frame rates stayed well above 60 FPS. For the price point, that's impressive. I also ran some creative apps like Blender, and the GPU handled viewport rendering without choking. If you're a content creator who also games, this laptop gives you a lot of flexibility without needing a full desktop setup. Under the hood, the AMD Ryzen 5 processor keeps everything running smoothly. I had Chrome open with 20 tabs, Discord running in the background, and a game launching all at once, and the system didn't even hiccup. The 16GB of DDR5 RAM is fast enough that you won't feel like you're constantly waiting for apps to load, and the 512GB Gen 4 SSD means your games and files load in a flash. I installed Windows and a few large games, and there was still plenty of room left for more. Cooling is always a concern with gaming laptops, but Acer's advanced thermal design seems to do the job. The fans ramp up under heavy loads, but they don't get obnoxiously loud, at least not loud enough to ruin immersion. I ran a stress test for about 30 minutes, and the laptop stayed cool to the touch on the wrist rest area. That's a good sign for long gaming sessions. Connectivity is another area where this laptop shines. It's got USB-C, HDMI, multiple USB-A ports, and even an Ethernet jack for stable online play. I plugged in my headset, a mouse, and external monitor without needing a single dongle. That kind of convenience matters when you're setting up your gaming station and don't want to deal with adapters. Now, it's not perfect. The keyboard backlighting is a single zone, so you can't customize colors per key. It's fine for gaming, but if you're into RGB aesthetics, you might find it a bit basic. Also, the battery life is what you'd expect from a gaming laptop, meaning it's not great. Don't expect to game unplugged for more than a couple hours. You'll want to keep it plugged in for serious sessions. Overall, the Acer Nitro V is a well-rounded gaming laptop that punches above its weight class. It's great for mid-range gaming, content creation, and everyday productivity without costing a fortune. If you're looking for a machine that can handle modern games at high settings without breaking the bank, this one's definitely worth a closer look. Check out the link below if you want to see the latest price and specs. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Acer Nitro V 17.3 inches gaming laptop ANV17-41-R8ML 16GB RAM 512GB SSD sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like Next-Gen RTX 5060 graphics and immersive 17.3-inch 180Hz display actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Acer Nitro V 17.3 inches gaming laptop ANV17-41-R8ML 16GB RAM 512GB SSD usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.